Hi, Taurus. It's me. It's Christelle, Claudia, and I'm here with a reading for 2022, a peek into the year 2022. When you read this, when I upload it, it will be Christmas Eve, December 24th. And of course, it's Christmas Eve, but it's also the tradition called the Feast of the Seven Fishes. And it's an Italian-American Christmas Eve celebration, even though it's not called like that today in Italy, at least it's not. And it's not a holiday in the sense of a feast, but it's a vigil. It's sort of a fasting, announcing to fast from eating meat. So the vigil or the eve of Christmas is when the food on the table is made of 7 different types of fishes. The Feast of the Seven Fishes. So as typically occurs during this time, I read the Lenormand cards, and I put out a mini grand tableau, which is 4 by 4. And I'll do that now and read for you, Taurus. It's something that I devised, and it's quite interesting. I will divide the reading into trimesters. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And then I will go through each individual place the card is held in. It's a house that has a meaning that I will discuss that will crown the reading. So let's see, Taurus, what's up for you? Let me take a look. Yes. All right. Now, the first trimester, January, February, March. What do we have? We have here a period that is probably the most beautiful period for you, Taurus, of the year. It's a moment when you will see money coming in because of your efforts. Either you won something, either you participated in a competition, but you came out winning. And not only that, it has a snowballing effect. It's as if your love life improves because you and your companion finally see that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and you can finally get together and have a child or change homes, get more organized to build a family that you both want, or something similar. But what occurs and what falls into your lap the first 3 months of the year's Taurus will allow you then to completely change your game. Then not only that, but there is this card, the tree, which does talk of roots, but it talks about the roots of your health more than anything else. It's your health as being first improved by what occurs in the beginning of the year, January, February, and March, and as a consequence of what occurs. And many of you do work in the health industry, maybe a coach, a health coach, or something similar. But that is an area that has a shining light on it, Taurus. Now, the second part of the year, April, May, and June, sees you beginning something that has to do with work. If it was a competition that you won, the starting date will be in that period, April, May, and June. Not only that, it's as if, how can I say it, Taurus, you're given a gift. You are actually given a gift this year. You get this gift in those first 4 or 5 months, the first half of the year, and you see that everything is coming together, and there's a part of you that starts to look for the negative sides to that story, starts to think, oh, well, with all of this good stuff, I'm going to have responsibility probably, and la, 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 la. And you tend to want to to look for a dark side, but it's only a very fleeting moment, that is, because that fleeting moment gets brushed away very, very quickly by this scythe here. And you can say practically that the first 6 months, Taurus, is a time when you're flabbergasted with news. You're flabbergasted with positive news. You're flabbergasted with winnings coming to you, money coming to you. It's fabulous. But of course, there's every silver lining has a dark cloud to it, right? We come to the third trimester. That's July, August, and September. July, so in the Northern Hemisphere, it's the hotter months. In the Southern Hemisphere, it's the cooler months. And this is where early July, you are called upon to make a decision. Do I invest? Do I not invest? Is this the time to begin now, or should I wait because I've just started this new job? I've just seen a little bit more money in my pocket. How should I go about this? Now, what's interesting here is that the Lenormand cards, these oracle cards, tell you that you need to take time in order for your decision to mature. And that sounds logical, but it is imperative in the sense that guidance comes from maturity, and that's it. They're very clear on this. This is why I love this spread. I love this reading, because they are very, very clear. Also in that third trimester, that is September, October, November. No, it is April, May, June, July, August, and September, the third trimester. There is Taurus, the interest of you purchasing a home. Your partner, siblings, or anyone that you are friends with, or people around you, they even think, well, this might be the right time. You could take a loan out of the bank now. You have more security with your new position. And you talk to a lot of people about this during that 3-month period, Taurus. And what they say to you is, talk to other people. Go around and talk to other people. Talk to other males. It's very funny, but Taurus, they tell you to go talk to certain financial consultants, talk to the person in the bank, and they say in Italian, guarda caso, or they're all male, by chance they're all male. So there is this male influence, these males that will give you sort of guidance in terms of the decision that you have and you would like to make concerning a home. Last trimester, October, November, and December, we've got very much stability here. We've got your work is very stable. It's almost boring, I would say. You are uncannily lucky, Taurus, in terms of your work. You didn't, and in your wildest dreams, think that that was possible, but all of a sudden you come out on top. And you come back to the notion of home. Where do I want my home to be? But what's interesting is the cards are telling you, yes, you have that in the back of your mind. It's something that you continually look to, but at one point towards the end of the year, the cards are telling you, leave it aside. Just wait till something comes out and grabs you. Something comes right up to you and says, look, Taurus, it's time for you to put some money down. Look, Taurus, that there's a house, there's a good offer. Someone has to, needs money. They're selling their house for a lot less. So something will come up and you realize that it's not worth your time to be very swift in your decisions. And the very end of the year, again, points to a male, points to the males, some male in your life or a few males in your life, Taurus. It could be a relative, a friend, or a consultant that tells you, hold your horses because you are destined to purchase your house, your dream house, but now is the time to look. look around, know that you have stability, and then take your decision. All right, now I'm going to touch each house here and tell you what they have in store for you. And what's interesting here is the very first, which represents endings and beginnings. That is the most important issue in 2022. What ends and what starts. When you see a job ends and another one starts, that is the key element for the year for you. A relationship starts, another stops. That is what's important for you. Then we have the area, the house of surprises. And of course, there is the fox there, and the fox represents work. And the fox comes out of out of nowhere to tell you, you got it, you won, it's yours. And so there is, so much surprise in what occurs in 2022, Taurus. Unbelievable surprise that you want to act on it so quickly because you think that the bubble will burst before your very eyes. Then we have the area of endings, full endings, and that's where you're going to have to make decisions here. You're going to have to make a decision in terms of what you want to do. If something ends, how will you begin? If something ends, if your lease comes up, will you force yourself to purchase another house? If your job, you ended your job because you took on another job, is that considered an ending because you're never going back there? That is for you to ponder, Taurus. Then there's the house of communications. And communications here is the watchword. It is another watchword, but it has also to do with work and stability. Most of the year has to do with your sense of stability and a change, a surprising change in your work. Then we have the area of work and livelihood. I mean, I just said it was the most important. And of course, we have the fish here. And the fish is a card that tells you are so fortunate. The money comes to you. The money comes sliding in. The money just falls in your lap. What could you ask for more, Taurus? Then we've got here the sense of security. The sense of security in 2022 is going to be quite surprising. It is going to be surprise. It is the bouquet, which represents surprise. Pleasant surprise. And what can you ask for if not a sense of security, Taurus, that you put a high premium on security almost always? Stars, this is the house of the stars here, the house of guidance. The house of guidance, again, it tells you to wait until the time is ripe for you and you've tossed the idea around so much that you understand where you are going and where you have to go. Then we have the most important, and I did talk about work and I said that is the most important. It is the house of the stork, the house of the home, and the stork came out on that house. That means that the home is in your mind all year long. You have almost a one-track mind. It is something that you are going to look for, something that you are going to hunt for. Then we have here the area of your life, which is public life. And how interesting these cards talk to you. This is the moon, and the moon talks of love. And of course, your public life concerns how you communicate with your loved one and about your loved one, telling people, making it known to them that you are theirs, they are yours. It's a consolidation of your relationship this year, even more so than the previous year. Then we have the house of obstacles. And, it's interesting that this Clouds cards comes out because it is a card that tells us, yes, there are obstacles, but they're very fleeting. They are very fleeting, and you have nothing to worry about at all, Taurus. Then we have the decisions. The decisions, again, they constantly underscore the issue of the home. Decisions that you need to be making in 2022 is about the home. And I have no doubt about that. It's been, said so often and underscored so often. Then we have nuisances and problems. And nuisances and problems are little things, not big things. They're little things. They're flat tires. They're having to go, spraining your ankle. Well, I have here the coffin. And other than death, here in this nuisances and problems, it is a stop to problems that will cause you a nuisance. You don't have that in 2022. Not at all. Now we got here to the last row, and I'll show you those cards one at a time. Something hidden. Something hidden that you don't concentrate on is your notion of your health. It's almost as if you go forward on a wing and a prayer thinking, oh, it's going to take care of itself. I'm so happy I don't have any type of health problems, or I'm so happy I can eat everything and it won't give me any difficulties. I'm so happy that me being happy will solve all of my problems. But here in the position of the something hidden, it is telling you, look, focus on that. You're not looking at it. It needs to be looked at, Taurus. Then we have the card of the scythe in the house of matters of communication. Matters of communication will be cut off. Matters of communication are short. You don't spend too much time talking to people about your private issues and your thoughts. They are fleeting and they are quick and they are fast. You want your answers fast as well. Male influences, male in your life, that's where you're going to blah, 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 blah. Talking with a lot of males, consultants, people who have your back, people who can steer you in the right directions. Then we have female influences. Here is a male card. This is a man in the female influences of your life. And it looks like there is a couple that help you understand how to move forward in this phase of your life, Taurus. Could be parents, could be an older brother and his wife, could be an older sister and her husband, could be friends who may be knowledgeable and can help you. Now, let me show you a few of the pairings and knightings that will give me some more information that I can glean from this reading. And what I'm seeing is, first of all, the talk that you entertain this year is going to be the best for you. Don't be shy, Taurus. Get out there. When you need to get information, open your mouth and ask. And people are going to be very happy to oblige. Decision-making. The decision-making process will cause your mind to frown. Let me put it that way. You're not going to want to take decisions, but they will be necessary. Also, the key element this year is one that points to maturity in terms of definition, in terms of decisions to make, and problematic issues in terms of loved ones, romantic partners. So, you're trying to find, Taurus, typically this is a time when you're trying to calm the sound and the chatter in your mind, and people around you want to talk. And you have to cut yourself off. You have to put up your boundaries in order for you then to relax. Take the time. I'm seeing that it's telling you take the time to understand when you want to cut something off and when you want to go forward. Also, an ending of something, an ending of a job is going to be a positive surprise for you. a huge positive surprise for you. And security in your mind for 2027, Taurus, means a home, means even just thinking of a home. I do hope this was of help to you, ladies and gentlemen, Taurus friends. Do celebrate the 29th, Christmas Eve, and the Feast of the Seven Fishes in the best way you know. And I will be back in 2022. All the best. Bye-bye.